Hey everybody, welcome back to Miami Minute, where we talk about my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins, who improved to 5-3 on the season in a 31-27 victory against the Detroit Lions. They had to fight back from 14-0 and 21-7, but they did get it done in just a real offensive explosion. Last week was all about the defense as they held the Steelers to only 10 points. This week, the first half at least, the defense not that good. But they did step it up in the second half, and the offense played great throughout. Tua led the way with 382 yards and 3 touchdowns on 26 of 36 passing. Raheem Mostert led the way with 64 yards on 14 carries, second week in a row where he's been the featured back, and I really do think that's working out quite well for the Dolphins. I know there are a lot of Dolphins fans, or I should say a vocal group of Dolphins fans who think that they should make a trade for Kareem Hunt. I know he's pretty good, but Mostert also is having a decent season, so I don't know if that's necessary. Perhaps pairing them would be even better, but for now, I'm pretty happy with where the running game is at. Tyreek Hill, he boasted 186 yards on 12 receptions. I saw that he has 4 games over 160 yards, and the rest of the league has 5. He's on pace for over 2,000 yards this season. We'll see what happens, but needless to say, the trade for Tyreek Hill has been quite worth it so far. He's really shown up and showed out when it mattered most, which, really is like every game that they've won, they've needed him, and he's been very impressive. I couldn't be happier as a fan that we have him. Jalen Waddle added 106 yards on 8 receptions and had 2 scores. So, I got to rock the Jalen Waddle jersey for that stat line. The Penguin getting it done. Mike Gesicki, he actually had a pretty decent game. 3 receptions, 38 yards, and 1 touchdown. It does seem like we're getting Mike Gesicki a little bit more involved than he was earlier on in the season. That's his 4th touchdown, if I'm not mistaken off the top of my head. The biggest negative, other than the defense playing pretty poorly in the first half, was penalties. The Dolphins were penalized 7 times for 55 yards. Some key spots, not great. You got to clean that up, and I think they will going forward. But yeah, not awesome. The defense, we got Cater back. We needed that. The defensive, the outside of Xavier Howard, we're a little thin at cornerback, so adding anyone back it would be good. Jones still didn't play this week, but hopefully soon, or at all this season would be nice. The defense really did a great job of holding the Lions to no points in the second half. Second week in a row, they've pitched a second half shutout, so good on them. The Dolphins actually scored this time. Not a lot, just, enough to beat them. But going into this game, I was a little nervous just because Lions obviously had a really hot start, then cooled off in October, but who knew how they would play. And in the first half, they played great. They forced a turnover, which was really the difference. They're leading, 27-17 going into halftime. So just like a solid team that just can't seem to seal the deal in these games, which of course I'm quite happy about. But if you're a Lions fan, can't be great. Can't be a good feeling. With Tua's stat line, which could have been even better, I did think he had a 4th touchdown that got called down on the 1-yard line to Sherfield. Either way, with this stat line of 26-36 for 382 yards and 3 touchdowns, I don't want to hear anything about Tua anymore. The debate is over. He's our franchise quarterback. If he's not hurt, he's going to lead us. I'm going to say he's going to lead us to the playoffs. And games like this remind you of how good he is, because we've slogged through a lot of years of mediocre to bad quarterback play. And I feel like when Tua is healthy, he is a borderline great quarterback, not just a good quarterback. So I would not be entertaining any more discussions over whether or not Tua is the guy moving forward. He is. So all in all, a very solid game. I think the week worked out decently for us. Teams like the Raiders, who coming into the season were looking like a team who would potentially finish near us, they lost. The Jets actually lost to the Patriots, which was probably quite surprising to a lot of Jets fans for sure, but it also surprising to me. Um, that's 13 games in a row that the Jets have not defeated the Patriots. It's tough. It's very tough, but it's good for us. Now we have the same record. Obviously, the Jets are ahead of us due to defeating us when Teddy got hurt and Skylar came in, but it makes me feel a little bit better that we're keeping pace with them. I do think when the Dolphins get to play the Jets in Miami later on in the season, the Dolphins will defeat the Jets. So all in all, just a good week, solid work. That defense, it stiffened up in the second half. So as bad as it looked in the first half, I'm not going to freak out. I think they can overcome the deficiencies that are caused through missing players, through the injuries that they had. As we discussed in the last episode, Brandon Jones out for the season. Byron Jones is missing in action. Noah Igbenogany had another tough day, but at the end of the day, we got a victory. So I'm going to feel good about this. I hope you watching this as a Dolphins fan also feel good about this victory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you like this and you're a Miami Dolphins fan who's looking for like the 100th best Miami Dolphins YouTuber, think about subscribing. We cover the Dolphins every single Sunday after the game, sometimes Mondays when it's on super late like last week, but every week we have a Miami Minute. And if you're an NFL fan, stick around. We have tons of videos. And if you're a sports fan in general, we have videos almost every single day covering all the major sports, including now recently the Premier League. So please subscribe. We got lots of things happening on Wicked Good Sports. And if you like this, you can follow me on Twitter at TheFakeBMar. That's BMARR. Channel is on Twitter at Wicked Good Sport or WG Everything. Instagram, Wicked Good Everything. Twitch at twitch.tv/Wicked Good Everything. And on TikTok, search Wicked Good Sports, search Wicked Good Everything. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.